live at a slaughterhouse just outside Bristol, paying respect to the animals that are about to go in there. Just got here about 20 minutes ago and just waiting for a truck. We saw one truck come down as we were parking up. There's a bunch of other activists here. I'm not on my own, but I am on my own down at the slaughterhouse end. At the top, we have a bunch of activists up there who are raising awareness, holding signs, and letting the public know what is here, that this building's here. So, yeah, there's about 5 or 6 of them up there, I think, maybe 6 actually. And they stand up on the roadside holding signs, much like the one that you can see in the thumbnail. Just, yeah, letting them know that there is a pig slaughterhouse down here. So I'm just going to be here waiting for a truck, and when the truck comes in, I'll hopefully turn the phone around and film what's going on with the pigs in the slaughterhouse. If you've got any questions about being active or how to get active or different ways to become an animal rights activist, then please put them in the live chat and I will try and answer them as quickly as possible. What's that one? Okay. Just waiting for people to join. Looks like there's one person on here already. Hi, my name's Pixie. I've been an active vegan for, it'll be 8 years this September. I've been vegan for 9 years this August. Took me a while to become active. I'm also an organiser for We the Free. We do street activism, and we do a method called the 3-minute movie challenge, where we have people coming over to watch a 3-minute movie, and then afterwards we speak to them about what they've seen and try and convince them to go vegan. So that's what I do. And I've been doing that for 5 years, almost 6 years now. Good morning, Black Wave, how are you? Thanks for joining. Only one at the moment, but I've got a small channel and I'm very rarely live, so that's probably why I'm a bit rubbish at updating my YouTube channel. There's an empty truck about to come out now of the slaughterhouse. The smell is absolutely horrendous. It's so strong. So just, yeah, I'm going to wait for this to see an empty truck drive behind me in a moment. Hello, there's another person watching. Just to let you know, in case you don't know, I'm Pixie, a vegan Pixie warrior. I've been a vegan for 9 years this August and an animal rights activist for 8 years in September. 29 people. You like eating ice? No, not really actually. I do know people that like crunching on ice, not myself. Pete 67. No, I don't like eating ice. It's cold here as well today. Wish I put my thermals on. Thumbs up the stream if you're here for the first time. Subscribe if you want to. I'm not very active on my YouTube. I should be more active, but I'm not. Just waiting for an empty truck to come past. That's obviously gone in with a load of pigs. There are 3,000 pigs here killed a day. They are currently applying for planning permission to go from 19,000 pigs a week up to 26,000 pigs a week. But there are currently a lot of objections to the planning permission, so we're hoping it's not going to go ahead. Love you too. So yeah, so here just paying tribute to the pigs and just saying goodbye. There are a bunch of activists up the top of the road. There's about 6 or 7 of them up there, and they are holding signs on the roadside to let people know what is here. My Insta is the same as my YouTube. It's Vegan Pixie Warrior. There's an empty truck coming through now. You just see it. So you can see there's 3 tiers on the truck. That's all empty. There's a full truck coming in now. I'm going to hopefully be able to turn the camera around and show you the truck if it pulls in. Let me just see if I can do this. I think his mates just told him that I'm filming, so he's probably going to come straight in. I am vegan. Oh, Asif, are they vegan? Don't know. Just wait and see if the truck comes in. They're having a conversation, probably letting them know that there's an animal rights activist here and not to stop. But hopefully I can get some footage of the pigs. We'll see. We'll see if they stop and let me film. See if he's going to stop, or if he's going to try and drive straight in. He's going to try and drive straight in. His shutters are all up as well, and I am very short, so I probably won't be able to get any footage, but we'll see if we can. The smell's really strong. This truck is also 3 tiers high. Let me just see if I can get any footage. Hold on a minute. Because like I said, I am quite short. I don't know if you can see anything. Okay. You can definitely hear them. I'm really short, so I can't reach up. I don't know if it's worth me undoing the pin on the shutter. I don't know if you can see anything, but I am super short, and I mean, you can see how tiny I am next to the truck. So it's hard to reach up and be able to focus on the pigs. The smell's so strong, man. I can't even see what they look like in there. Drivers getting back in. They have to stop here. There's like a little lay-by here, and they're meant to stop here and sort out their paperwork before they actually go in. But if they know that someone's here filming, they tend not to bother stopping because they don't want you to see the state those poor animals are in the trucks. I've been doing vigils since 2019. You can find a video on my channel to my first vigil that I did, where there's some footage on there. I want to say good footage, but it's not good footage because obviously it's showing these beautiful babies in there that are innocent, and they're about 6 months old when they die and they're sent to slaughter. So a lot of people say they don't eat lamb because they're babies and they don't want to eat baby animals, but what they don't realise is that most of the animals that you eat are baby animals. So chickens are only a few weeks old. You saw a pig, good, I'm glad. It's sad, isn't it? Yeah, my heart breaks. They're such intelligent, beautiful animals, pigs. They sing to their babies. They can recognise themselves in a mirror, which dogs can't do. So they're more intelligent than dogs. And they are more intelligent than the average child, like 2 or 3 years old, like a toddler. And we send them in there, and they get lowered into a gas chamber where they burn from the inside out, CO2 gas, which apparently the government are looking at banning. So how they're going to kill them now, I don't know. But they stun them. They don't kill them in the gas chamber. It stuns them, and then they kill them when they come out. There's also another YouTuber, which probably most of you have seen and heard of. His name is Joey Carbstrong, and he recently did a video where he interviewed people that worked in slaughterhouses. And he actually interviewed someone who worked in that slaughterhouse. So you should totally watch that if you are not vegan and you're here and you're curious. Or even if you're a meat-eating troll who's trying to, like, I know, insult me. I'll probably get some insults later. I usually do when I go live. And yeah, he interviewed him about the conditions in the slaughterhouse and the way that the pigs are treated, but also the way that he was treated. Good question. Why are you not vegan yet? Well, maybe he's vegan curious or she's vegan curious, so go easy because they're on my channel watching and it's about a pig slaughterhouse. Not everyone here is a troll, so do go easy on them. But I'm curious, what's brought you here to my channel? What's made you think, oh, do you know what, I'm going to go on that live and watch what Pixie's got to say. And there are some really good links you can go to find out about veganism and help you to go vegan if you want to. Where's everyone based? Or let's do what the that chip guy does. And can you put a 1 in the chat if you're vegan, a 2 if you're curious, and a 3 if you're not? Let's see how many vegans. There's only 6 people watching. We did have 20 odd earlier, but clearly I'm not getting them to watch Myth. You believe too long. Add a Q&A. Okay, not what's that? Okay, we've got a couple of vegans. Brilliant. Hello from Texas. Audrey Goodson. Okay, so we've got 2 vegans. Any non-vegans or vegan curious? So if you're vegan curious, number 2. And if you're not vegan and you're just here to troll me, then 3. So you're here to troll me. But yeah, so for those of you that just arrived and don't know where I am just outside Bristol in the UK at a pig slaughterhouse. And we just saw a truck come in. Unfortunately, the shutters were quite up. They were up and it's quite high. So, and I'm not even 5 foot tall. So, and that's not to do with me being vegan. I went vegan at 40. But what have you thought about going vegan at all, Asif? Is it something you've thought about and you're curious about? Here for the info. Okay. So, did you hear my information earlier about how many pigs are killed here? So there's 3,000 pigs a day killed in this slaughterhouse, and they're lowered into a gas chamber. CO2 gas, which is the same they used in the Second World War against Jews, disabled people, black people, homosexuals. Ah, oh, thank you. I like you too. That's nice. Are you curious about being vegan? You said you're not vegan, but are you curious about it? Is it something you've thought about before, being vegan? I'm just going to wait for an answer. It's hard being on your own on YouTube, just talking to like 8 people that you can't hear and waiting for them to comment in the chat. I like anyone who showed for the animals. I like, I've got non-vegan members of my family. I'm lucky enough that my husband's vegan. My kids are vegan. My rest of my family aren't vegan. I still like them. I don't like their choices. Will you actually? I will become vegan for you. If you will, as if that's amazing. But I don't want you to become vegan for me. I want you to become vegan for them. That's why I'm vegan. I'm not vegan for anyone else. I'm vegan for the animals. But yeah, have a look at challenge22.com. I do enjoy a good vegan sausage, a big sausage. Yes, Super Steve Jones. There's some really good vegan sausages out there, especially in the UK. I don't know what it's like in the rest of the world, but there is in the UK, there's this thing called Shroom Dogs, and they're really good. They're really good sausages. Linda McCartney were okay, not a massive fan. There's This Isn't, and they do some really good vegan sausages. What's this message that's shown for review? I did electrics in Norfolk Slaughterhouse. I was on the roof every 30 seconds. I heard the deaf sounds. So I'm going to show that. I never moderator handled it. Great. Oh, there's a moderator on. Who are you? Okay. For some reason the chat's gone, and I am not a boomer, but there we go. Chat's back. If you can make it taste good. What did you have? Lovely that you have a vegan family. What did you have for Christmas supper? We had roasted jackfruit. We had tofu steak. We had a mushroom Wellington with loads of veggies and a gravy. And my husband made some stuffing. We had like sprouts and stuff. You have a question, Grim Reaper Gods. Go on, what's your question? Happy to answer any questions as long as they're not horrendously rude, which sometimes get. I'm just reading that message that got approved by Martin Morris. I heard the deaf sounds. Dong, click, bonk, squeal continuously, very sad. My children are vegetarian from my stories. That's amazing. Do you follow the vegan teacher? I don't follow the vegan teacher, no. I don't have much time to go on YouTube, to be honest. I mainly watch that Chip guy because he's a work colleague of mine. And I love his live streams, and I can watch it while I'm working. So I remember when she became something. Yeah, she used to be pretty big. I think she still is, maybe. I don't know. But, you know, yeah, Chip. He's definitely amazing. But for me, I think we need all forms of activism, and we need all forms of activists out there as well. So some people might not relate to me. I'm a mother of 2 children. And that might not relate to people. You might follow Mel and Steve, and Steve's a bodybuilder, and he might get you to go vegan. Chip is amazing. He is, a nutritionist, and that might make you go vegan. So, there might be a young person out there that makes you go vegan, and a vegan teacher might make some people go vegan. So, every approach. There's like when I first started doing activism, I was watching a lot of Joey Carbstrong and a lot of Earthling Ed and that outreach approaches. And you either fit into a bracket of Joey Carbstrong and or Earthling Ed. But I think there's we need everyone in between that as well. Just be yourself. Don't try and be Joey. Don't try and be Ed. Don't try and be me. Don't try and be like the 40-year-old vegan. Just try and be yourself. Do your own approach, because that might relate to people. Thanks for the thumbs up, guys. 23 watching. I'm happy with that. I'm a small YouTuber. It's okay. I don't mind. I hope the sound's okay. Can anyone let me know if the sound's all right? Should be. Mic looks like it's on. Let me just check. Let me just check it. See if it's working. Yeah, it's working. It's on. It's on. Don't try to be Yovosky. No one can be that legend. I don't agree with everything he says, don't get me wrong, but when it comes to the animals, totally 100% believe in him. And what's this one? I also saw goats in with the pigs going into the factory. When I mentioned to the foreman, he said, no, only pigs, bull crap. People are in denial, man. Legend indeed, yes. Yes. I'm a part-time vegan. Sadly, I'm going to call you out there, everyone. You can't be a part-time vegan. You're either vegan or not. It's would you say you're a part-time racist? Some like 4 days of the week you're not racist, 3 days of the week you are racist. You can be part-time plant-based, but not vegan. Vegan's a philosophy. It's not just about the food that you eat, it's about the clothes that you wear. I've got vegan boots on from Will's Vegan Shoes. So, yeah, can't be a part-time vegan. Who's the mod in here? I haven't seen the mod. There is a mod in here, because there's a message for review. I don't know what that is. I'm just going to hide it. Another moderator just handled it. Here's the mod. Who's in here that's moderating? Say hello. Say hello. So what makes you think you could be a part-time vegan? That's what I'd like to know. And any animal rights activists watching? Put a thumbs up in the chat if you're an animal rights activist. And let us know what you do. Share it. Talk about it. My channel's not just about me. It's about the animals. It's about other activists and singing them up. Excuse me. Sorry. Kinda an animal rights activist. Okay. Well, animal rights activism doesn't just take forms like this at a slaughterhouse or doing street activism. It can be stickering, it can be wearing a t-shirt, it can be wearing a vegan bag, it can be leafleting, it can be sharing people's footage online, it can be anything like that. So it doesn't have to be just, this form of activism, which I know is out of a lot of people's comfort zones, and it's not for everyone. The reason I do the slaughterhouse vigils is because it kind of fuels me to do my activism and continue to try and inspire people to become animal rights activists. I also think that every vegan should do at least one slaughterhouse vigil, because when you look those animals in the eye, the ones that you're trying to defend, when you look at them in the eye, it does fuel you. Usually helping in chat, sometimes moderating, doing some research about companies. That's activism. That's activism. If you're helping out in chats and speaking to the non-vegans that are watching and calling them out for their hypocrisy, then that's activism. And research about companies. I'm interested. What's the research about companies that you do? This truck leaving, that's probably just got dead body parts in it. That's it as well. Once you think of these animals as body parts, it kind of puts it in perspective, right? So if you how loud the truck is and if you can hear me. I do Cubes of Truth with AV. Would like to do a vigil. Well, message me on Instagram, Vegan Pixie Warrior, Black Rave, and then I might be able to put you in touch with somebody that can help you out with a vigil. Actually, I think Cubes of Truth with AV, that was my gateway drug into activism. That's what I started doing. And I remember going to my first one, and I suffer, believe it or not, because I'm live on YouTube, but I suffer with anxiety quite badly. And I was really worried. And I thought, I've only been vegan a year. What right do I have people to tell them to go vegan? And I don't know all the things you need to know. And so I stood there holding a screen for ages. And I was like listening to a conversation in front of me of people watching the screen with an activist. And I thought I could have said that, and I know that. And so within about an hour of holding a screen, I was out doing I was speaking to people as well, doing outreach. And then 2 months later, they asked me to be co-organizer, and I co-organized with AV for 2 years. And then I joined We the Free and set up the Bristol team in We the Free, and it was the second team in the UK, third in the world, I think. And I've been doing that now for 5 years. Took some time off. I adopted 2 children, so I took a year off from activism to focus on that, and then went back to it. And I'm lucky enough that I have a really supportive husband who facilitates my activism. He calls himself an activism enabler, is what he calls himself. I've just started that. It's about putting companies on maps, register what they do. It's some prep and work, but I just started it. Oh man, send me a link. That sounds great. That sounds really interesting, and that is definitely activism. So not sort of, you are an activism, Wheeze. And Martin Morris. Keep blogging, my friend, because no one will listen to me. I saw, I gave up sausages. I looked in the eyes of the animals and saw Disney no more meat after that. That's great. That's great. And don't worry about friends and family. I think I spent the first year, and that's probably why I got into doing AV. I spent like the first year of being vegan, like angrily posting on Facebook and sharing things with friends and family and talking to friends and family, and they just didn't get it. And it's just heartbroken. These people that you love and care about and are close to you, and they're just not listening. They don't want to know. And I found it really frustrating, and it was damaging my relationships. It really was damaging relationships with friends and family. Not my husband, he went vegan at the same time as me, so I'm lucky for that. But yeah, speaking to friends and family was the worst. It was the worst. So, and I kind of say this every time, I've said it before on my channel, that doing street activism and talking to strangers, I've got no investment in that relationship. My only investment is to talk about the animals. And if that person on the street argues with me and trolls me and calls me name or questions, says that, plants feel pain or we need protein, no, which is, God, just such a stupid question, so statement to say, I'm probably never going to see that person again. So it doesn't really matter to me. So I find that helps, and now I don't talk to my friends and family about it anymore. I just live my vegan lifestyle, and hopefully that's enough. It's not been so far, up to like 9 years. Actually, I think my husband's better. He's turned a few of his friends and work colleagues vegan just by being himself. He's more like fact-based, a bit like Mike the Vegan. He likes Mike the Vegan and the things that he has on that, doing the research. Wheeze, let's just read your comment. Yeah, it's the worst lately. I'm trying to ignore most of what they say. Depends on the question. If it comes from interest, I engage. Yeah, I try to, but I find that certain members of my family say things just to antagonize me. So I just say I don't want to talk to them about it anymore. It's really hard. It's really hard. and just gotta you living as a vegan in a non-vegan world with all these people that are abusing animals and paying for their death and paying for their abuse to be done. And yeah, it's heartbreaking. It's just horrendous. We've had one truck come in. If you've just joined in, I'm at a vigil outside Bristol. My name's Pixie, and we're just waiting for trucks to come in. There is a bunch of activists at the top of the road, about 6 or 7 of them, holding signs with pictures of pigs on and saying, beep for the animals, so they count the amount of beeps of support they get through. And sometimes I've stood up there, like last week, not last week, this is every 2 weeks we do this. The last one, I wasn't feeling emotionally well enough to stand here and wait for the trucks to come in. So I stood up on the roadside with my friends, and we had a lot of beeps, but we had a lot of people flipping the bird at us and calling us names and shouting bacon outside their cars. And I just smile because it's like that's the best thing you can do for these fucking idiots is just smile at them because it winds them up even more. It's like you haven't upset me. I haven't heard that before. Like I haven't heard that before. I've heard it 1,000 times. An animal's life means as much as ours, doesn't it? It does. Yeah, definitely. Like I would not put animals above my kids and my husband, obviously. But then there are strangers on the street that I wouldn't put above animals, definitely. Um, I would probably save the animals more. They have a right to life, that's all it is. They just have a right to live their life out to the end. Not like these pigs that are going in here and are 6 months old. And that's how old they are. 6 months, they're babies. Like I was saying earlier, which I lost my train of thought, is that people say they don't want to eat lambs because lambs are babies and they don't want to eat baby animals. But what they don't realise is the pigs that are going in here are 6 months old. The turkeys that are killed at Christmas and Thanksgiving, not even that. They're a couple of months old when they're killed. That's it. I think they start breeding turkeys in September in the UK for Christmas. So they're hardly anything. And chickens are about 6 weeks old when they're killed. They're all babies. None of them are live to their adulthood. Like pigs can live till they're 12 years old and they're killed at 6 months. We don't want to be used to. That's right. They don't want to be used. How would you feel if you were in their situation? To the non-active vegans watching, if there are any, ask yourself a question. Why did you go vegan? What was it that made you go vegan? Was it a film? Was it a sticker? Was it talking to a vegan friend? Was it a documentary? A YouTuber? What was it that made you go vegan? And would you want people to speak up for you if you were being treated the way these innocent animals are being treated? And like I said, you don't have to do vigils. It's emotional doing a vigil, man. It takes it out of you. And you don't have to do street activism. You could go to a street activism event and just hold a sign. You could film or photograph the action. That helps. But you can also just put stickers up, or you can put flyers in magazines, in supermarkets. That's one of my favourites, actually. And I had a friend who made up some little bookmarks, and she went to our local library and put the bookmarks in the books. So when people rented that book out from the library, they'd find the bookmark in there, and you never know. I had another friend who she wrote on scrap paper messages about animal rights and the truth about what happens to animals, and she folded those pieces of paper up. When she went on her walk to work or wherever, she just put them in the windscreen wipers, like of the car, on the car windscreen, and just did that. Now, like that person's going to come back to the car and think, oh, my car's been broken, bumped or broken into or whatever, and they find the paper and they'll have relief that their car's not damaged, but then they'll see like Watch Dominion or Watch Piglerant or something like that on the paper, or chicks are gassed, male chicks are gassed and macerated alive when they're a day old in the egg industry. So it could be, any message that you want to write, and that's a really easy way to become active. Another easy way to become active is just simply wearing a t-shirt, or one of my friends has turned up, or having a bag, I've got a bag I've got lots of different like tote bags that have vegan messages on. Oh, this week, me and my friend will go out stickering. Almost forgot. Yeah, I go out every evening for a walk before I go to bed, just to like wind down and help with that transition of the day, and reflect on the day. And I have a bunch of stickers in my bag all the time, and I whack them up on whack them up on lampposts and on um, the crossings and stuff like that. And some of them are still up there. They've been up there for months, and some of them aren't. I'll go and grab a bunch of more stickers from my bag, and you can see them. So I've got a pocket on the back of my bag, and it is stuffed full of stickers. So I have, and you can get these. You can get these online from Etsy, or you can make them up yourself. So I've got this one on here, which says, because I think it's probably backwards, if eating meat is a choice, why choose to be cruel? And that's vegan links. I've got, these are from the people that I advocate with, We the Free. These are great. So see what they saw, dare to watch, and there's a QR code on there, and they can scan the QR code, and it takes them to a website link called Three Movies. This one's a good one, or the second one. This one, did you mean? So yeah, this link takes them to 3minutes.wtf/see it, where they can watch the 3-minute movie that we show at our activism events for We the Free. And then after that, they can choose to both, but I meant the first one. Yeah, the first one's good. Hi, Carol. I'm live on YouTube, just to give you a warning. But if you want to be on, that's fine. You want to say hello? My friend Carol, who, how long have we known each other now? It's got to be 8 years.
Oh, God.
Yeah, 8 years.
Morning, everybody. The wreck of the house, but yeah.
You right?
Yeah, I come to see if you're on your own.
Yeah, always on my
Good
own,
day with
but
you
it's fine.
then.
You don't have to. I know how hard it is being down here.
I know. I'll
We've
stay
had-
for 10 minutes and then.
Yeah.
How many have gone down?
I think there's 6 of them up there, I think.
How many lorries?
Oh, we had one as we came here, but it was when we were parking up, and then we've had another one that came down, but the shutters were up, and
Oh.
Carol knows how short I am, and I just couldn't. I turned the camera around, and I think someone did see a pig. Oh, Black Ray said, "Good morning, Carol."
Oh, good morning. Hope you're well. Thanks for tuning in, my friend.
But how easy is it for you to be an activist, Carol? What motivates
How
you?
easy? I just think you feel it's respect.
Carry on.
It's not easy. It's easy because you're determined, but it's not easy because of what you see and the people you try to get on board and they don't want to know, and
Yeah.
in fact they troll, and it's awful because they really haven't got an argument. They just insult
Yep.
or make up stories, or we've always done this or we've always done that, and they don't want their bubble burst.
No. And
They don't want to have to change.
what motivates you to be an activist, to speak up for the animals?
Well, I was vegetarian at 28. I've always been, even as a kid. I've got a picture that I've dug out recently of me with my dad in Trafalgar Square with pigeons sitting all over my head and think, it's always been animals, and more than people, if I'm honest. And I was at a horse show when I was 28. I just lost my dad, and I was just wandering around, and my friend said to me, "Come on, we're going over to the burger." I said, "No, I don't want to." I was swearing off eating. I mean, we've all, well, not all of us, but a lot of us have been conditioned all our lives because that's the way things were. I said, "No, no." She said, "No, we're going to have an onion roll." She said, "We don't eat animals. We're going to have an onion roll." So then I went and had an onion roll, and it was much better than a beef burger, crappy old beef burger. Um, and from then on, I was vegetarian. So that was 28 until I was 63 of vegetarian. And I'm 70 now. And I've been vegan since I was 63. I retired from work, early retirement at 63. And I came out here, and Josephine was out here at the time. She welcomed me. And that was the day I went vegan. And that was, what am I now, 63? I'll be 71 this year, so nearly 8 years. So I've
Yeah.
known you almost that amount
The
of
whole time,
time.
I didn't
Yeah,
realise you'd just gone vegan when we first met. I was going to turn the
yeah.
tripod around a minute so that we can
So,
see both of us.
so that was me. But I just can't. I just can't bear to see suffering. There's no need for suffering,
No.
you know. Um, and people say, well, like I said, we've done it all our lives. Well, we've done lots of things all our lives,
Yeah.
and we have to make changes. I just can't bear to see the cruelty and because they're so innocent,
Yeah.
you
Thank you,
know.
Martin, for joining, by the way, and have a good day at work.
So anyway, I'll shut up now.
No, don't shut up. What would you say if there's any vegans watching that are not active? I mean, there's only 4 people watching at the moment. We had 20 odd earlier, but they've all gone. I'm clearly too boring for them.
Well, they'll all go now.
They won't. No, they won't.
Come on.
If there's any non-active vegans on here watching, what would you say to
Do
inspire them to
anything,
become
anything
active?
you can, even if it's on Facebook. Look at what you did a little while ago. It seems probably a long time ago now. You started your YouTube channel with ways to be active, didn't
Yeah.
you? And all sorts of things you can do from home.
Yeah.
As I say, get on Facebook, share things. You can go out putting leaflets through doors in the dark if you don't want to be seen.
Yeah.
You know, you can go out stickering, anything. Just and you'd feel so much that you're doing something to help, not just. And not everybody can do everything.
No.
You know, I'm lucky. I'm retired now, but I've got an elderly mum. So, and you've got kids. You
Yeah.
know, we just do what we can when we can.
Exactly. Yeah.
And it's a lovely lot of people. Nobody will ever make you feel out of the way or, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, look at us here. We started, there's a lorry.
Oh,
We
it's a lorry
started
coming
the
down.
individuals here, and then some of us said, well, we've done this for so long, we can't bear it anymore, so we went up to the roadside
Yeah.
to provide knowledge with what's
That's right.
here.
Because it's
But
hard
yeah,
being
just
down here
go
by the
and do
trucks.
it. Do
So when
something.
if the cow spotted the truck, so if it comes down, it's coming down. I'm gonna
Yeah.
take my phone off and then hopefully turn the camera and get some footage. So we'll see. Hopefully this one will let me, whereas the last one had the shutters down and he drove straight in. So they're meant to pull in. There's like a lay-by here, and they're meant to pull in here. Someone said earlier, by the way, a carol's not just for Christmas. And I was like, no,
Yeah.
no they are pulling in. Brilliant, fantastic. Well, not fantastic, but I mean, you get to see. Hedgley, I am at a slaughterhouse just outside Bristol, and we're just showing these innocent beings. Oh, look. Hello, baby. I'm sorry. Can you see the sadness in their eye? Can you see the sadness? You can see how they are in there. Let's go back to this beautiful one here. Hello, darling. Hello, sweetheart. We're sorry. We're sorry that they're doing this to you. Just for context, for people watching, I'm at a slaughterhouse and we are outside Bristol and we're just filming the pigs and showing awareness of what's happening. These pigs in here are all about 6 months old. They'll be taken in and they were lowered into a gas chamber. And you can see that that is not a happy pig. They're really expressive with their faces, and this baby is not happy. She or he is scared and upset, and they just want some kind words. They just don't want to die. They just want to live. All they've done is been born into the wrong body, and that's why they're here. Yeah, the eyes of much sadness, like human eyes, yeah, they do. And pigs have different coloured eyes as well, so some of them have blue, some of them have brown eyes. It's high up, you can see how high up it is. A minute, can you see? It's so high up. Oh, look at your beautiful snout. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we're just trying to make them aware of the truth. Driver's not happy. 90% of people have a choice. Well, actually, 100% of people have a choice. But do you know who doesn't have a choice? Oh, Carol. Sorry, I'm just going to give my friend Carol a hug because she's upset. Because she doesn't. Yeah, go back up there. You didn't have to stay down here. You didn't have to. Oh, I'm sorry. You didn't have to stay with me.
I might be okay, but I feel a bit.
I've seen a bit. I'm sorry, Carol.
No, it's not your fault.
Yeah. What did he say? He said everyone's got a choice. You've got your choice. They've got theirs. Blah blah. But the animals don't have a choice, do they? The animals do not have a choice in the matter. They don't have a choice when they're pushed into the trucks and loaded up to come down here. They don't have a choice when they're shoved into the gas chambers. They try and escape. A lot of people, a lot of pigs. They try and escape. There's video footage of them trying to get away, and they're shoving them in. They're like, there's video footage of slaughterhouses kicking them and shoving them in. I didn't hear everything of what he said, but Carol's really upset. She's gone up there. This is why we have like two parts of this vigil in Bristol. So you can stand here with the trucks and watch them come in. I try and switch myself off, and I will probably go home and cry later. Maybe I'll do a video about that. And then we have other people that are up on the roadside holding signs. So you don't have to stand next to the trucks and film the pigs. But, you know, he was pissed off, but he still let us, like, film. So he still let me shove my camera up to the side of the truck and film that beautiful pig. Did you see how sad that pig's eyes were? They're scared. And the thing is, pigs have a really good sense of smell, so they can smell what's going on in here before we get there. They can smell the blood. They have a really good sense of hearing, so they can hear the screams. We can't from here, but they can. Is he ignorant or is he conditioned? Because he's not ignorant. If you think about it, Weeze, he knows what's going on in there. He's not ignorant to it. He's well aware of what's going on inside that building. He's well aware of what happens to those pigs. He's aware when he picks those pigs up that he's forcing them onto that truck. He's aware that when he drops those pigs off, he's going to be forcing them out of the truck. He's aware. They're all aware. I'll tell you who aren't aware, and a lot of public on the streets, they aren't. The ones that we show the footage to, they're not aware. I did, back in lockdown, I joined a Zoom for an animal rights group, and we were talking about street activism came up, and at the time I was a street activist. And they said, people know what's going on. And I went, they don't. I've been doing street activism for 8 years this September, and I speak to hundreds of people over the years. I've spoken to hundreds of people. Yeah, maybe willfully ignorant. Spoken to hundreds of people over the years, and they have no idea. When we show them the footage of the chicks being put into a macerator, day-old baby chicks, being put into a macerator and ground up alive, they didn't know that went on. When you tell people that baby cows are taken away from their mothers, and I've spoken to the non-vegans here, if you are vegan, I apologise for telling you this because it can be triggering, but they're not aware that the babies are taken away from their mothers so that we can have their milk. They're not. The public aren't aware. They're blinded by the packaging and the free-range labels and the stamp from the RSPCA. Makes me angry. I feel bad for Carol, man. I did tell her she didn't have to stay down here with me. I'm often down here on my own, which is fine. And if I can't do it, then I go up to the roadside if I don't feel like I can. Your mental health is something you should really look after as an animal rights activist, because if you're not, you know, well, if you're upset or you're feeling down or depressed or anything like that, then doing things like that's going to just burn you out. You're going to get burnout, and you're not going to be an animal rights activist. And then you're no use to the animals when you're like that as well. No use to the animals at all. I'll just see if I missed any questions. while I was there. Do you know what, Hedgie? I don't know how I do it sometimes as well. But yeah, we're at an animal slaughterhouse just outside Bristol where they kill pigs. Nice bunch on here. I'm going to be late. It is a nice bunch on here, isn't it? Today there's only 6 people viewing, but you know what? Like I said at the start of the stream, I've been on and off YouTube for the last 3 years since my adopted kids come home, and I don't have uh, I don't have time to do the editing, so that's why I try and do a live stream. But the last few times I've been here, I've totally forgotten. Like I've forgotten one of the mics, or I've forgotten one of the cables. I'm so disorganised, but I'm trying to organise my kids. Yeah, true. A shop here has a giant window sticker that they will sell honest products with a few cows in the background who look healthy. Yeah, like walk past Tesco's and they've got like in town and on the side of the building they've got these big like window stickers that say, you know, free range hens, and they've got loads of hens in the field. But we know that's not the truth. We know it's not. It's all fucking lies. They lie to you because they don't care about you. And if you don't want to be vegan for the animals, then be vegan for yourself because the health benefits of being vegan are immense. It's ridiculous. Like, who's in hospitals dying? People with cancer, people with heart problems. Yeah, it is plain lying, Reese. Definitely. Definitely plain lying. I hate it. Hate lying. Anyway, we'll see if any more trucks going. I could probably give it another, like, half an hour. What time is it now? Because we stop at 12. Yeah, I'll probably give it another half an hour and then I'll log off. But if anyone's got any questions or if there's all vegans here, can you put number 1 in the chat? Vegan curious 2 in the chat, and then not vegan here to troll me 3 in the chat. All right, Dan, you're watching while you're on the roadside. So Dan's joined. He's up on the roadside holding signs, and he's just joined to say hi, I guess. Maybe it's quiet up there. The road does look a bit quiet. I haven't heard many beeps. Are there lots of beeps? Lots of support today, Dan? Is Carol okay? Has she got to you yet? Because she was really upset. If you are watching still, Dan, let me know if Carol's okay. Because that was, she got upset. What I need to do is get one of those little steps that I can put out and stand on, and then I'll be higher up. So, being 5 foot tall, it's not alright. I was showing you my stickers, wasn't I, before the truck came down? And before Carol came down. Have I got any more? Just thinking, all I've got is my We the Free cars by the looks of it. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. No, oh no, I've got some of these, which you can't get anymore, which is really sad. They were by the Active Vegan, I think he was called, years ago, and I bought so many. That's why I still got some in the. Good, lots of support at the roadside. That's really good. I bought lots of these from the Active Vegan. So there's one there. Love animals, don't eat animals. Like I said, you can get these stickers on Etsy. You can check out animal rights pages. Usually they'll sell them. If you want to do leafleting, then you can contact Viva, and they will give you leaflets. You can either pay for them or you can get them for free. What else? I've got this one here, which is from the vegan activist, not the active vegan, the vegan activist as well. But I don't think you've got that one on your fridge. I don't think you can get these anymore. The vegan activist, he was called, but I don't think he's online anymore. But I used to love those stickers. But you can get some with barcode stickers to put in the shops. You can. What I did once with stickers, which is a really good idea, is, and I should do it more often. When I send things through post, if I sell something on eBay or if I'm sending something to a friend, I put like vegan stickers all over it. Because you think about the amount of people that are going to handle that package, or they're going to, like, you know, in the post office while they're sorting, and they will see one of those stickers and might go vegan from it. You never know. But I sent a package to my friend in Canada. I went to Earthling Ed's first book signing and bought her a book. And got it signed for her, sent it over, and the package was just like literally covered in stickers, and that's the Vegan Poet. She's on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook. She's an amazing activist. Sorry, coughing. Yeah, they are older. I got them from an ex-leader of Animal Rebellion. She's a friend. Yep, stickers are the best. I spoke to an activist on my channel ages ago when it first started. Um, Hello, Stephen. And she went vegan because she saw a sticker on a lamppost, and then went home, did some research, and yeah, went vegan. It's my co-organizer for We the Free, Stephen. You all right, Stephen?
All right.
How you doing?
I'm very good.
Is Carol okay? Because she was really upset.
I didn't speak for her.
You didn't
but,
see her. She watched the truck come in.
right.
Yeah, it
How's
can
it
work.
been?
Stickering can work. Go on. Sorry, go on.
How's it been?
Been all right. We've had one truck didn't. It drove right in. There was a truck coming out, and they must have warned him that I was here. Oh, you can blooming see me anyway. I know I'm short, but I'm wearing high vis. So yeah, so he didn't stop, and then the next one did stop, and I got some. There was a pig right at the front with these beautiful eyes, so I managed to get that footage on there. And Carol said some words, but she got really upset afterwards. So,
Yeah.
but I told her she didn't have to stay, but. And nor do you. But I was just talking about the stickers that I've got
Ah.
and showing them.
What stickers? What stickers?
Oh, I've got these ones here. If eating meat is a choice, why choose to be cruel? And then these We the Free ones. Whoops, Daisy, and those ones. Which is see what they saw and dare to watch, and it takes them to the 3-minute movie challenge,
Right.
so they can watch that online, which is quite cool.
They're very good. Oh.
So Stephen is my co-organiser for We the Free Bristol. And he also comes down here for the vigils. We both work, by the way, before anyone says that the work shy vegans and get a job. Although I think it's only vegans. There's only 6 people watching at the moment, but there's been quite a few come and go, so that's good. But what inspires you to stay active for the animals, Stephen?
Just because I think just being vegan isn't enough. I think getting out, doing stuff, trying to raise awareness, engaging with the public, because there are many out there who just really are oblivious to what's going on and can be shocked and will make them think. You get some people who don't care, but you can change people's minds, and that tends to motivate me to keep hopefully getting to a point where it all just stops. And,
Yeah.
because it's animal suffering, and I think if we all do something, we can stop it.
And what would you say to any non-active vegans watching? Stephen, thanks for doing the good work.
Oh, thank you. What would I say to non-active vegans? I mean, if they're anybody like me, I was always very fearful, not quite sure what outreach and activism would involved, and finding stuff that would work for me. And yeah, just push your boundaries, give it a go. There's a great community in it. I think you will feel good for getting involved and doing something, because you work hard and then sort of play hard, and you're there with like-minded people.
That's
That'll
it.
make a
Yeah.
difference.
I think the only vegan I knew. I only knew 2 vegans before I went vegan. Well, sorry, when I first started going vegan. So my husband was one of them, and then we had a friend of my husband's who was vegan, and he was in shock that my husband went vegan, because he thought there's no way, because my husband was we were both very big meat eaters, and I was probably one of the worst kind of meat eaters. But yeah, and then became an activist, and I got to know a few people at my first AV Cube. Then I got to know people doing the vigils here. Then I got to know people doing this, people doing that, and you just get involved. And you're not the only vegan in the village anymore. You've got loads of vegan friends and family and stuff, which is what I love about We the Free, because we do social events as well. So it's not just doing the street activism, because you need some downtime. You need to look after your mental health. You need to do your hobbies that you like, because otherwise you're going to burn out and you're not going to be any good to the animals, like I said earlier.
But
Definitely not.
It's nice, because I think some vegans, especially if they haven't got sympathetic family members or are criticised, you can feel quite isolated. So actually being connected with people who are like-minded, and then you're not feeling so alone, and you feel more sort of normal
Yeah.
inverted comments, so to speak.
How long have you been vegan though?
5 years. I was vegetarian before that. Um, like you were saying, Pixie. I mean, I was a huge meat eater, and I'm just ashamed of some of the horrific comments I probably made to vegetarians and vegans in the past, and just it's why I try to be a bit calmer with people that I see on the street, because I remember thinking, yeah, that was me. I didn't
Yeah,
really think it through. I made stupid comments, you know.
that's a really good point. I think like some vegans can go in hard and like slam meat eaters and this, that, and the other. But I only know a couple of vegans that were born vegan.
Mm.
So, you have to remember that we weren't always vegan. At some point, you might have been vegan all your life. You might have been vegetarian, then went vegan. But a lot of vegans went from meat eater to vegan. A lot of people did. And I was one of those people that would troll vegans online. I tagged my vegetarian friend once in a burger that was bleeding, that still had blood in it. It was like, I tagged my vegetarian friend, and that's the kind of meat eater I was, which is, and I used to say that cows need to be milked and all of that. So we're dropping down, up and down, up and down, 3 to 4. We're just going to wait and see if another truck comes in. If another truck doesn't come in by like 11:30, say another 15 minutes, then I'll stop living and I'll go up there. But I might do an update yesterday. Yeah, good point. I can have some directness sometimes. I should keep that in mind. What you should try, Wheeze, is I don't know where you're based in the world and if you've heard of it, but We the Free do a workshop about outreach. It's called Inspiring Behaviour Change, and we do like 2 a month. So one is like the European time zones, and then one's the American time zones. So check out the We the Free page and look on training, and it will take you there, and you can see all the events that we've got set up for training and doing, doing an outreach workshop. And it's more like a coaching method. So you're asking people questions like, why do you think we do this, and to the animals, and do you think we need to use animals, and trying to remember the things that they say and go back to them, like you said, it's because of this. What do you think you could do about that, and things like that, rather than that direct abuser approach, which does work for some people. It does. The Netherlands, yeah, I found the page yesterday. I think I'll do that. Yeah, whereabouts in the Netherlands are you? We've got a few teams in the Netherlands. It is a big step. It is a big step, but just doing the workshop will be enough. Like, and you could turn your camera off. It's done on Zoom. It's all done remotely. You don't have to participate. You can just turn your camera off and listen to the workshop. But yeah, that chip guy is in the Netherlands. Whereabouts are you? Because like I said, we've got a few teams in the Netherlands. We have got a few teams there. We dropped down to 2, up to 3. It's slow, but I'm not expecting big views because I'm a small YouTuber. I need to be better at going live, and then I'll get more views.
More practice, practice.
Practice, practice.
Just for me, regarding the inspiring behaviour change, I found it really beneficial, and I've done it twice. But yeah, very informative, very easygoing. Good information.
Yeah,
Very helpful.
but yeah, you're right. It is a big step. Like I said at the start of the stream, I was really nervous and suffered with anxiety. So, oh, that's great. I'm in Chip's chat usually. The Amsterdam is the closest one. Well, Chip is one of the organisers for the Amsterdam one, so I'm sure he'll welcome you with open arms. He's a great guy. He's really good. Met him in person for the first time last year at a work summit. Love him. Love his YouTube. Love his question that he asks at the end. He says, now we had this conversation, how many animals are going to have to die for you? 0 or more than 0?
Oh, that's a good one. I like
It is
that.
a good question, isn't it? I like that one.
Because it is a call to action, and it making people think. It's like, oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's what we do at the end of the conversations as well. If they say they're going to go vegan, we're like, great, brilliant. What would be the hardest thing? What do you think you struggle with most to go vegan? So we ask them that, because then hopefully they can solve that problem. Because if people say they're going to go vegan, they might be doing it just to shut you up, unfortunately, and get you to stop talking to them and go away or get on with their day. So not always. Oh, it is cold. I am ready for the spring.
Yes. I'm just glad it's not raining, because I think last time it was raining.
We were up on the time I remembered everything that I needed to bring with me to do a live stream, because I am forgetful. And that's not veganism, that is the menopause and possibly ADHD. So my memory is not because of my veganism.
I don't know what my excuse is.
No, you're great at remembering stuff. Stephen's a fantastic co-organizer. I wanted to do a video, but oh, I'm glad you think it's good information. See, Stephen, it's good having you on here. You've talked to her about that. Them, they, she, he. I don't know. Sorry, it's hard to tell from just the name. My pronouns, by the way, are they, them. So, yeah, it's good having you on here, because like you've helped Weeze out. Hopefully, they will go and get involved with the Amsterdam team, and then maybe start up your own team. Because you don't have to have be the leader in or an organizer before. Stephen wasn't, weren't you? Were you? No. And I wasn't when I started with AV, but obviously I've been doing that for 2 years. But We the Free's main thing is like inspiring new new people. A guy named Wesley. Sorry. Okay. Thank you. But Wes is nice. Okay. But yeah, so inspiring new leaders in the movement. So we actually focus on people that haven't been a leader in the movement before. God, this puffer jacket makes me look like the Stay Puff Marshmallow Man.
But you must be nice and toasty warm, which is the important.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit. Wish I'd worn my thermals today though. I nearly did and I didn't. My legs are cold. But is that a truck?
You never know.
Not a pig truck. There is a truck coming down, but it's probably one just to collect the dead body parts.
It's funny, when I saw one of the vehicles come up here, it looked from the side that I was seeing it, they were like grills.
Yeah.
Up,
that was the first truck came down, wasn't it, after we arrived? Yeah, I couldn't get any footage. Someone did say they saw a pig's face on there. I did hold the camera up, but I've also shown people how actually tiny I am. I mean, that just next to Stephen. Stand up straight, Stephen. Stand up straight, I'm like a mum. I'm always a mum. Oh, Dan said there's over 130 acts of positive support at the roadside. That's great.
Yay!
That's amazing. Dan's only here until 11:30 today because he's got to leave early. But that's amazing news. Thanks for letting us know, Dan. That's really good.
It was busy from the very beginning.
Was it?
Yeah.
That's
usually
awesome.
It takes a bit to sort of start up. But
Yeah. But there was lots of traffic then.
I'm wondering if because of the expansion, more people locally, it's on their radar more.
Yeah. They're planning, for anyone that didn't hear me earlier, they're planning to, they've got planning permission, or they're applying for planning permission to extend the site. So they'll go from killing 19,000 pigs a day to 19,000 pigs a week to 26,000 pigs. I'm just gonna show you something. My favourite bug in the world. That was my charger. Don't worry about it. Oh, I love a ladybug. So cute. Yeah, Dan's got to go to work in a minute. So, but yeah, so they're applying for planning permission to extend this site. So they'll go from killing ladybug. They'll go from killing 19,000 pigs a week to 26,000 pigs a week. But I think there's over 2,000 objections to it at the moment. There's hardly any falls.
Yeah.
So it doesn't look like it's going to go ahead, hopefully. Fingers crossed it doesn't go ahead.
Yeah, I'd like to think they'll pay attention to the staggering amount of people that are clearly against it.
Opposing it, yeah. Because that's a lot. I mean, 3,000 pigs a day is a lot of pigs. That's a lot of animals going through there. And you think about, like, how many they'd have to kill. I mean, I haven't even worked out the maths, but trucks start coming in here from about 6:30 in the morning. And trucks come in here on a Sunday as well, and they keep the pigs overnight. They've got like holding area, so the pigs are kept there overnight. But how many pigs go through and get killed every like minute or hour and lowered, squashed into that bloody gas chamber? It's horrendous. It's horrendous. And yeah, watch, if you haven't seen it, if you are not vegan and you're on this channel watching, or you're vegan curious, check out Joey Carbstrong's video. He interviews slaughterhouse workers. Just waiting for this truck to go by. Yeah, he interviews slaughterhouse workers, and he actually interviews someone who worked at this slaughterhouse. So check that out on Joey Carbstrong's channel. And if you're not vegan, watch Pignorant, which is about what happens in these slaughterhouses. It's one that was owned by the same company up in Manchester, and some activists broke in and put some cameras in the gas chambers to show what happens.
Very hard hitting. I think
I haven't actually
really
watched
helpful
it.
as a point.
Yeah,
Mm.
I've never watched it, but I feel like I don't want to watch that stuff. I know what happens. I've seen it before. I don't need to see it again. We're really lucky enough at the Workset Summit last year to have Dr. Melanie Joy come and do a talk. And she talked about PTSD, which is secondary PTSD, and that a lot of animal rights activists have this because it's secondary. You're putting yourself in that person's position or that being's position.
Yeah.
And as animal rights activists, we shouldn't watch that because it causes us trauma. And I get it. It's on his Pignorant. I don't know if Pignorant's on his YouTube. It might be on his YouTube. Pignorant's definitely on Amazon Prime. But I think it might be on his YouTube as well. If you message me on Instagram, Wes, I can send you a link to it for the Pignorant one or the one about the slaughterhouse workers, or both. So, but I don't want to watch Pignorant. I watched the slaughterhouse one because I think it was happy. It's good to have that in your rhetoric when you're doing outreach. You can go, right, well, this is what they said. People that work in the slaughterhouse, they always turn to, got Amazon Prime. The Pignorant is on Amazon Prime, but the slaughterhouse worker one is on his YouTube channel. But I don't want to watch it. Which is why I like doing the We the Free events, because when I was with AV, as much as I think AV is brilliant, I'd be doing outreach with people, and then for up to 3 hours, I'd be stood in front of the screens talking to the public and watching what's happening to the animals, and I'd go home exhausted. Whereas with We the Free, because the way that we've got it set up is we've got music stands with those IKEA boxes with tablets in showing the footage. So all we have to do is go around, press play and then leave, and then we don't have to watch that 3-minute video over and over again. And I think that really helps sustain us as activists as well.
Yeah.
I think if I'd carried on doing AV, then maybe I wouldn't still be active right now just because of watching that footage over and over.
Makes sense.
And I'm not saying that what AV is no good, it is brilliant. We need, like I said earlier, we need all forms of activism, and we need all forms of activists, all types of different activists. Yeah, Stephen and I are very different. I'm a mum. You're single, loving life.
Retail worker. Keep myself busy with that.
Yeah.
Sadly, I have to put up with co-workers who make odd comments. And again, go back to thinking, well, I've probably made silly comments back in the past.
Oh, there's another truck coming.
Here we go.
There's a truck coming, so what I'll do in a minute is I'll take the phone off and then show you. But yeah, thanks for everyone watching. This is the last truck, I think. So I did say, I'll be here till 11:30. So we'll film this truck and then I will sign off and say goodbye. I won't be here at the next vigil in 2 weeks because I'm away with work. But I'll be here after that, and I'm going to try and do a bit more with regards to filming footage and doing videos and inspiring you guys to become animal rights activists. Oh, this is a rammed one. He's over there. You see a snout poking out right there. You see some eyes. Oh, hello, baby. I'm sorry. You're looking right at me. Oh, there's another truck behind. Stephen, step back a minute. There's another truck going to come past, so I'm just going to let them go past. Because what we don't want to do is get into an accident. And then I'll go down to the bottom there. Oh, shit indeed, goldfish. Oh, shit indeed. Let's let Batman go past. And then we'll go back up to the trucks. Hey, baby. Oh, there's another truck coming. Stephen, there's another truck. timing this is, isn't it? Just as a truck comes in, where I can really view the pigs. And I bet this arsehole stays in front so we can't get back to. There's a pig there I really want to show you. Right, he's going forward. He's going to have to get out and show his paperwork. He's going to have to. There he goes, he's getting out, so we've got a bit of time. Hey, babies. I'm sorry. These pigs have all got brown eyes. Hello, sweetheart. Hello, baby. Hello, baby. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Some of them are scared of humans, but you can see from their eyes they're terrified. They're absolutely terrified. Hello, babies. Are you all coming to say hello? Are you all coming to say hello? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. What we do to you is not okay. It's not okay. It's just horrific. They're all huddled together in safety, look there. They are sad. It's awful. This is probably some of the best footage I've ever got, I think. Let's have a look in here. I'm sorry. Look at their eyes. That's what I want to show you. Those of you who are not vegan, look at their eyes. And pigs are really clean animals, and they're not kept in conditions where they're able to do that and clean themselves. All these babies are 6 months old. 6 months. It's like they want to say something because they're all coming right up to the front of the truck to see me. It's like they know. Isn't it? They know they're going to be killed. Look at the terror. Has the truck driver got back in yet? Look how scared they are. Hello, baby. I'm so sorry this is happening to you. I'm so sorry about what's going to happen to you in there. It's not okay. It's not okay. No. You don't need this, do you? You didn't want to be killed. You don't want to be killed. You don't want to be lowered in there. You don't want to die. Right, the truck driver's coming back in now, so we're going to stand back because we need to stay safe. Because today is like, oh, sorry. Fuck me. How can you look at them and... Sorry. How can you look at them and decide they are worthless and that they deserve to be in there? How can anyone do that? I've never seen that truck before, have you?
No. It's a different type.
Oh. Just trying to compose myself.
Thing is, the more people we engage with, the more minds we can change. It is realistic that at some point we could stop it. All right, maybe not in my lifetime, but every time you influence one more person who's shocked by it, becomes vegan, that's one of the great things with outreach, because you're engaging with people and you're hopefully, might be one or maybe more, but there will be people that will be affected by it and can change their thinking. And clearly, as you were saying earlier, we went from being meat eaters to vegan sort of thing, so it clearly can happen. There will be something that will trigger people.
Oh my God, are you serious right now? Okay, mamas, this has genuinely changed my mind. I'm not going to eat anymore. I've been on the edge about this, but this has changed my mind. Oh my God. And this is why I do this. This is why I do this, to get that one person. Goldfish, have a look at. I'm glad you're serious, because honestly, what they're going through is not okay. Have a look at challenge22.com and they can give you loads of support. There's loads of things out there. I mean, Veganuary is just finished, but you can still sign up. There are loads of other things. Have a look at 3-minute movies and oh my God, have we just got a vegan on this channel? That's amazing. Right, and then once you've gone vegan, message me on my Instagram page. It's the same as my YouTube channel, Vegan Pixie Warrior. My name is actually Pixie, not vegan. My name is actually Pixie. Message me on there and I can give you some advice on how to get involved in activism. I've got a few videos on my channel about getting active. I can't believe this has happened. This is amazing. This is why I do this. Like, I do it to inspire vegans to become active. That's my main reason for my channel, is not to get people to go vegan. But if that's made you go vegan, that's brilliant. What I hope as well is it's inspired anyone watching and saw that footage, because that's some of the best footage I've ever got. Which sounds horrible to say best footage of pigs in a truck. But inspire vegans to become animal rights activists. That's what we want. We need more of us out there. About 3% of the world are vegan and only 1% of vegans are active. We need more of us to be active if we want to change things. We're not going to change it without that. I'm going to go because I said I would after that last truck, and I think I just need a minute to, I just need a minute. That was a lot. That was a really open truck. But please share this video as well around. I'll try and make some shorts out of it, especially for that last lot, that last truck. And thanks, Stephen, for standing down with me, and thanks to Carol, and thanks to everyone for watching. And I'm trying to remember who the first commenter was. Black Ray, thank you for shout out to you. You were the first to comment on the post. But yeah, I love you all, beans. Stay vegan, be active. You're very welcome for the stream. Thank you for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Like I said, I won't be here in 2 weeks because I'll be away with work, but I'm going to try and do some other things. But follow my Instagram for some more reels and information of how to be active. Yeah, thanks to Stephen as well. Thanks, Wes. Thanks, everybody. Bye.